This is what my filming setup looks like with all of the lights that I use to shoot my real estate videos. But this is what it looks like with just the ceiling fan light on right here. Big difference, right? But the good news is that it's not really hard to fix. With a minimal amount of affordable equipment, you can make your videos look like this so that you can look polished, professional, and start getting leads from your videos. Ready? Let's go. You're going to need 3 different lights. Now, I'm not a big fan of ring lights for a number of reasons. Number one, the ring is usually directly in front of you, and if you wear glasses, you know what that does. We get big rings reflected in the light of your glasses. It also means that all of the light is coming directly on your face, and that often makes you look very washed out. So, not a big fan of a ring light. If you have one already, I would say move it off to a 45-degree angle. So, this is my key light. This is the main light. This is the strongest source of light, although we want it to be somewhat diffused so it doesn't look like you're standing in the headlights of a semi-truck. But instead of it being directly in front of me, it's off to an angle. And I'll insert some shots of exactly what my setup looks like right now. I found these awesome, I don't know what to call it. It's not a tripod because it's just one, so maybe a monopod, but it clamps. Oh, I have an extra one. Hold on. And this way, my light is always attached to my desk in exactly the right position. I don't mess with the color. I don't mess with the intensity. I just turn it on and off. Then I have another light at the other 45 degree. So I have one on the right back corner and one on the left corner. But this one is a smaller light. It is less intense. It doesn't have as big of a coverage area. So I still have light on the side of my face, but you can see a little bit of shadow. The light on this side of my face is stronger, and we like that because we want to see shadow and depth. We just don't want it to be overly shadowed where like the whole left side of your face is in darkness. That's too much. We want a good balance. This one is called the fill light. So we have the key light, we have the fill light. And again, you can use 2 of the exact same light as long as you can change the intensity and the warmth. Or you could just put the fill light farther away from you because I like having them clamped to my desk for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's always there. It's always set up. It's out of the way. I'm not walking around the back of the desk trying to step around tripods. Everything is out of the way, and then you can use one of those cable gatherers so that all of the cables are nicely tied up underneath your desk. It keeps it very neat and tidy. And reason number 2 is because I have a sit-stand desk. So if I want to film while I'm standing up, when I raise the desk up, that means the lights have to raise up too. If I'm sitting at the desk, the lights have to come down because otherwise when I stand, the lights would either be too low, or when I'm sitting, they would be way up here and they wouldn't be shining on my face at all. So this is a really great setup, and it did not cost all that much. My sit-stand desk is from Costco. My fill light was about $30 on Amazon. Maybe it was TikTok Shop. I'll have to remember. This one I bought years and years ago off of Amazon in a set of 2, which brings me to, where is that third light? It is over here behind me. This is called a hair light. You want it to shine kind of on the back of your head to separate you from your background. And because my background is very dark, this works super well for somebody with light hair. If your background is light and you have black hair or dark brown hair, again, it's a really good way to separate you from your background. So we want to put the light behind you and higher up so that it's kind of shining down on an angle at the back of your head and your shoulder. And it just gives a really nice effect. Now, let me show you what it looks like if I were to turn it off. Can you see the difference? It's not a huge difference. It's fairly subtle, but it's a nice way to just kind of make it so there's a little more depth between you and your back wall. Now, I've done videos before on this channel where I talked about where should you stand while you're filming. And I'm a big believer in not being right up against the wall. If you have your desk and you're sitting at a chair at your desk, but your back is only 2 feet from the wall behind you, there's not a lot of depth there. Where I'm filming right here, it's at least 7 feet to that back wall, which means if I wanted to, I could make that a little bit more out of focus. I can do all kinds of cool things with the focus if there's room to work with. But if I'm right up against the wall, you kind of look like you're at the police station getting a mugshot. And last but not least, we have accent lighting. We have things like this. Now, do you need them? No. Do you need those lights that I have on the bookcase behind the sofa? No. But do they add a really fun little element? Yes, they do. And my wall, as you saw when I only had the ceiling fan light on, is very dark navy blue. And so when I put those lights back there, it brightens it up. It makes it more of a royal blue. It's not quite so dark. But where there are no lights shining directly on the wall, we get kind of a gradient effect. It's just a nice look without going crazy with equipment. So I had my key light, I had my fill light, I had my hair light, which is the same light as what my key light is. And then for the LED lights, I have one on each bookcase and two behind the sofa, and they are all shining at the wall. They are not pointed toward me. They're instead shining at the wall so that the light will reflect off the back wall. And all of these things were relatively inexpensive, things that I bought on Amazon. I will leave the links down below. The cool thing about the lights behind the couch is you can make them whatever color you want. So I tried white, I tried blue, I tried yellow, I tried pink, I tried all the different colors. And then I picked the one that I thought looked the best in the video itself. So again, let's look at the before. And here is the after. It makes a world of difference. Now, if you did nothing else but just this with your lighting, it will automatically up-level the quality of your videos significantly. And Christmas is coming up. Maybe we need to ask Santa for a couple of new lights for the filming area, you think? Once your lighting is all set up and you're ready to film, watch this video next where they just rolled out A/B testing of titles. You're going to want to learn how to use this feature and start using it ASAP the minute it becomes available in your account. So watch this video next.